Taking a quick look at Iron West by Doug TenNapel. This was published by Image Comics, and I believe it's out of print, so you're probably going to have to look for this one used on Amazon or eBay. Doug is weird, and Iron West is kind of a classic example of Doug using his weirdness in a wonderful way to create a silly, over-the-top cowboy adventure with evil robots that very much echoes how a little boy might play. Things happen because they're cool. Of course we need giant robots. Of course we need Sasquatch. That sort of imaginative, and then this cool thing happens logic. And then the other aspect that Doug TenNapel is good at is sort of slowing down to establish character beats so we can tell something about heroism. So our hero is Preston Struck, kind of a train robber with maybe with a heart of gold. The second he was established, I thought, oh, okay, well, of course, the direction this is going to go is that he's going to have to rise and become a hero. And then very interestingly, he's consistently portrayed as a coward right at the very end. So he doesn't have like an immediate heart transformation. It takes a while for him to gradually understand that he's the one who's responsible. He's the only one who can stop the evil robot cowboys. Another example of like, he spends they catch up to him while he's got his pants down taking a crap, of course. But anyway, so in addition to like Doug's goofy sense of humor, he sometimes has like a very thoughtful idea. So the idea behind the evil cowboy robots is they're created by the demiurge, and the demiurge can't create true life. It can only create a pale imitation of life, and then it takes pleasure from destroying humans. So it's very much informed by a C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien Christian idea of how Satan is. Satan can't create; he can only degrade God's creation. And then we'll get right back to the absurd stuff of Sasquatch and the Loch Ness monster showing up. Okay, I'll spoil something to illustrate this. So Preston has to find the natural enemy of the demiurge, and so this is kind of like almost like a mystery point. What could the natural enemy be? And of course, the natural enemy of the evil robot cowboys are good guy robot Indians. Now why is that? From a lore perspective, it's kind of mysterious. Well, wait a minute, if these guys are created by the demiurge, then who are the robot Indians created by? But your brain sort of accepts it because, well, of course, who else would you use to fight evil robot cowboys other than good robot Indians? They don't like being called Injuns, they like being called engines. So the fun thing about Doug TenNapel is he's always got like this absurd, goofy little boy imaginary world, and he takes moments to sort of slow down, let the characters talk, and establish the actual heroic stakes in the self-sacrifice. And Iron West is probably one of my favorite books of him being willing to do the absurd, spectacular, giant lizards fighting giant train robots in the Old West element. And of course, the payoff is Preston kind of like learning to stop being a roguish, irresponsible coward and settle down with the girl he promised to stay with, get married, and reproduce, create new life, continue the cycle. So very fun, exciting cowboy book with Doug TenNapel's usual, beautiful, sketchy illustration work. Very, very fun. I think I'm going to give this one to my nephew.